I bought a 10-ounce silver bar. It's the latest from the Pressburg Mint. It's their silver coin bar, and it is very pretty. By all accounts, it's stunning. However, it does come supplied in this plastic original mint packaging, and I am not a fan of silver wrapped in plastic. So we're going to cut it out and have a good close look at it, and also talk about the simple fact that if I cut this out, will it devalue this product? Well, there's really only one way to find out, and that's to go through the looking glass. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to this week's In Focus Friday. We've got a 10-ounce bar. It's covered in plastic. I want to see what it looks like outside of the plastic. Now, this is the Pressburg Mint's 10-ounce silver coin bar. It comes supplied in this cardboard sleeve. I'm not being sponsored by Pressburg Mint today. I have bought this myself. I saw it when it came out on a European dealer's website, the European Mint, and I bought it and had it imported to the UK. Was it a good buy? Time will tell. I think it will look better out of the plastic though. Now, by simply doing that, am I going to be devaluing this product? Well, arguably yes, but does it matter? I would say no, and that's for the simple fact that this, we're definitely through the looking glass now, that this is just a 10-ounce silver bar. Now, it is at a premium. In the UK, we pay premiums on all silver, whether it's from Europe or not, and whilst it was VAT free when purchased in Estonia, it of course then is charged when you come into the UK. So it is at a premium, and whether or not that premium will hold is anybody's guess. My guess would be no, to the extent that it won't necessarily be huge, but it might still have some premium going forwards. So you can already see the difference in and out of the plastic. Just look at that. This is why I take bars out of plastic, and why I don't really care either. Because at the end of the day, it is just a bar of silver that's got some laser engraving on it. It's not necessarily a coin. I'm knocking my camera all left and right here, aren't I? It's not necessarily like a special coin with an incredible level of detail. It is very pretty though, and you can immediately see the difference out of the plastic. And I don't really understand why they couldn't get either a better plastic to put this on. I mean, you can just see how the plastic dulls every single part of this beautiful bar's details. So taking it out of the plastic, in my opinion, makes it more beautiful. Now, I'm going to be quite careful with this and not get grubby fingers all over the top of the bar where the laser engraving is. What we'll do after this is put it into a plastic sort of zip seal bag to keep it as pristine and pretty as possible. And that's the key thing here. You know, holding a silver bar by the corners here, some will go, oh my goodness, you're going to get toning finger marks all over the bar. Yeah, probably I am. Silver tones over time. That's just what it's about. But I don't want to touch the top, which is all of the action where this beautiful laser engraving is. Now, the other good thing is, even if I did by accident get some finger marks all on top of here, you can just give it a quick wipe. This is not a pristine coin with a machined die to an ultra beautiful high finish. It is just a bar of silver. You can see the texture marks in it as they've stamped the Queen's head into the center here. You can see all of these little tiny imperfections around the edge, like it's just up here where it's not quite as perfect of a edge as other parts. You know, there's already these like little machined marks here that presumably have happened at some point during the manufacturing process. So it's an imperfect item anyway. So I don't personally think it's going to actually lose a lot of value from being taken out of this plastic. The only consideration will be now, of course, it's exposed to the elements and it might well tone over time. But I'm not bothered about that. I think it looks great. Now, in terms of the actual product itself, let's have a good close look at it. So the good news is I was able to clean the bar really very easily with an eraser, or a rubber as we call them in the UK, and it works a charm. It's a very pretty looking bar once again. We have got the Queen in the centre. Now this is meant to basically be like a banknote, but a coin, but also a silver bar. It's like the merging of all three different worlds. And I get what they're trying to do with this, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's like what bars are about. I get the whole mantra of it, but ultimately bars of silver are just bars of silver and they should be kept as bars of silver in my opinion. But it's nice, there's no doubting it. And when I saw the sort of media images all about this coin bar, I actually really liked it, which is why I jumped on and bought it. I thought it would be interesting content here on YouTube as well. The detail of the laser engraving is exceptionally good, it's exceptionally fine. I do find though, because it's on a big bar with a giant stamped impression of the Queen in the middle there, you can see the kind of bruising and texturing that's been created all around the silver, that somewhat detracts from the perfection of the laser engraving. I would have perhaps much rather have seen, if we sort of show on the reverse side, it's like a perfectly machined smooth side, and in fact you could get that even smoother with a few runs over various different polishing and sort of sanding compounds and getting it as smooth and as beautiful as possible, then laser engraving. I mean, simple bars like the ones that Silver Angel are pouring right now that I showed a few weeks ago, they are just equally as nice with their laser engraving on top, and they don't have this big stamp mark. And it really is quite sort of a depth that they've gone in there. I'm not entirely sure why that's needed. And of course on the reverse as well, you can see that it has left a kind of counter impression on the other side here. So yeah, there are, to excuse my email notification in the background, there are some less than perfect things on this, but I still think it's a very attractive product. Is it worth the premium that I paid for it? And all in, I probably paid about £28 an ounce delivered for it. So, you know, if you can get it VAT free, if you can get it without the taxes, it's a pretty low premium product. But of course, for us, we pay taxes and premiums on top of things. So, will it hold that premium? I would argue it's certainly like a £24 an ounce bar. It's easily a £240 an ounce bar if I want to sell it right now. Will I get some of that additional premium back? Maybe. Will I get more of it back now I've taken it out the OMP? Maybe not. Am I bothered about it? No. I think it's a nice, cool, different thing to have into the stack and to show. It's something that I'll perhaps have to hold a little longer than some of the other products that I've got, that I've bought that are silver. But you learn from what you buy. And will I buy future Pressburg Mint laser engraved coin bars? Probably not, but I still think it's a pretty nice thing to have. A few other little bits to talk about. It is down only to 5,000 as a mintage, which is pretty low, relatively speaking. I mean, there's only 4,999 that are probably still in their OMPs now, but you know, this could be the one and the only that's out of the original mint packaging. Is it really hyped up to what it should be? I guess it's nice, but it's not necessarily the best product out there on the market in terms of the quality. I think of coins is probably better, but it's different, and that's what I think really sets it apart. It is something that you don't see every day. Would you take it out of its original mint packaging? Love to know what you think, whether or not I've committed silver sacrilege. Are there a lot of you out there that are cringing right now with what I've done? I would argue it doesn't matter. This is a coin bar of silver that will be held for 20 years, 30 years, and when the price of silver is where it is, I'll sell it. Could I've made more by just buying a small, cheap 10-ounce silver bar? I say small, a 10 ounce is 10 ounce, but you know what I mean, just a silver bar for a lot cheaper. Probably, maybe, who knows? I don't really mind. I don't really care. I like it. It's quite fun to share it here on YouTube and to talk about taking it out of its original mint packaging. I've done that many times before for other products. I don't see it as a problem, but I, as I said, would love to know what you think about this topic. So please feel free to comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. And if you have watched to the back end of this little In Focus Friday video, then thank you. You're in the cool kids club, and I really do appreciate your support watching thus far. Otherwise, that's it from me. And by the way, if you are in that Backyard Bullion Rambling Society and you haven't subscribed, then what are you doing? If you're watching to the 9th minute of my videos, make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.